Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Hey, welcome back to the channel, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Today we have a reading, Batman Killing Time, number 2 of 6. Title of the story, His Pain or Mine. This is number 2 of 6, like I said. This book was $4.99 in 2022. It's by Tom King and David Marquez. Now, don't forget, before we begin, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it, okay? And if there's something you want to hear, let me know about it. If it's in my library, I'll try to get it on. Let's get to it. On April 8th, 1157 BC, at the 3:57 p.m., the Maenads are finally able to pull King Pentas of Thebes from his perch high in an evergreen. They rip at his flesh and pull his bones apart. They scream with delight. The noise is heard far down the mountain where the visiting god laughs. Among the Maenads are the king's 2 beloved aunts, as well as his mother, Queen Agave. 3,000 years later, on March 4th, 11:35 a.m., Selina Kyle and Edward Nigma, better known as the Catwoman and the Riddler respectively, wait at the Sunway House on the southwest corner of Lake Giordano, about 40 miles outside of Gotham. I can't say it isn't nice, but I don't want to stay long. A woman and her cat went to a lake for a vacation. When she got there, the woman dove into the water and yet stayed on the dock. How is this possible? They should have called by now. This isn't safe. The cat's name was Jet. Do you know how mad he's going to be? Not just that we took what we took, which could be enough, but when he sees how we played him. What does it take to get the bat to kill you? At least I solved that riddle. At the same time, in the interrogation room, 6 in the newly dedicated Arkham Asylum, Batman throws Killer Croc against the wall. Who else knew? You ain't hearing me. I robbed that bank. I killed them people. And I'm done confessing. Pow! I need a list. Everyone you've talked to, everyone you've gone for the past 30 days. Then we can start talking about you being done. An hour earlier, Batman and Gordon enter Arkham Asylum and proceed to the Morrison wing of the hospital. Look, this is all new. These Arkham people, you don't know them, and they don't know you. With a person dressed up as a bat, I honestly think they'd just as soon... Well, yes, what would they just as soon do? I'm just saying, I need this to go smoothly so we can make this a regular thing if it needs to be, which in this town it probably does, sad to say. So just be professional. Stay within the lines. The rules they've laid out for us are very clear, and we should follow them. No yelling, no rough stuff, absolutely no punching. You understand? At 10:40 a.m., Batman enters interrogation room 6. I understand. At the same time, Vera Miles, Killer Croc, sometimes fiancée, stops into the Moonies, an upscale jewelry shop in North Gotham. Honestly, I just came in to look. I've seen it in the window so many times. I work the counter at Toth's Toffee. I walk right by here on my way to work, to the shop every day. And I don't know I had to come in at last. She tries on a diamond necklace valued at $14,158. Oh, it's just divine, isn't it? But I shouldn't. It's just a try-on. A girl can try something on, can't she? She pays with her own credit card. Vera Miles. An hour and a half later, at 12:17 p.m., Stan Drake, a local postal carrier, rings the doorbell at the Sunway House where Catwoman and Riddler are staying. There he is. Just because we tied them up doesn't mean they're not going to get mail. The call will come, and they'll leave. He doesn't know anything yet. We have all the time in the world. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Drake leaves without incident. 3 months earlier, on December 29th at 3:14 in the morning, Catwoman and Joker talk on a roof in East Gotham. Can I tell you a secret? I like secrets. Joker has just pulled off what will become known as the Massacre of Newton Hill. You promise not to tell. Zip my lips and throw away the key. I zipped a man's lips once. I don't remember a key being involved. I do remember a lot of blood. And he was squirming a lot. It was hard. Anyway, I heard something interesting from the Batman. Wait, did I really zip his lips? I sewed the zippers on, but I couldn't get them to line up, so there was no zipping necessarily. I'm not that good at sewing things, especially when something's moving. I should take a class or something. I don't know, Selina. You're a much better judge of things. Is that zipping? Does that count? A few days prior, on December 26th at 11:37 p.m., Joker holds Batman over a small kiddie pool stolen from a local toy store. So I am told by a scientist who is dead because I stabbed him like so many times and shot him not so many times, but quite a few times, and poisoned him just like 3 times, that this is the most potent truth serum ever conceived by a dead scientist who was shot, stabbed, and poisoned. And yes, kicked a lot in the face, but he was also probably a little dead by then. It doesn't matter anyway. He was going to use this truth stuff on me to find out all this fun stuff I was hiding from the world. And I told him I would just tell him if he'd ask, but he was very dead by then, so he probably wasn't listening. And I figured, why let a good needle go to waste? So Batman, he pinched him. Are you hiding anything? Months later, on March 4th at 1:34 p.m., Batman walks out of the Arkham interrogation room and speaks with Commissioner Gordon. Did I not specifically say he says he last stayed at 7337 Wine Avenue? I need any and all information on that address. Everyone is in every apartment. Specifically, I want to know if anyone in the complex has recently spent an unusual amount of money. I called it in as soon as a croc gave it up. I should have a full list for you tomorrow. I wasn't talking to you. Sure. And if you don't mind me asking, who were you talking to? Oh, come on. It's a hallway. What are you hiding behind that trash can? 120 miles southwest of Arkham at 1:49 p.m., Selina places the safe house waiting for either news or Batman. Where have you been? We can't. Every second he's getting closer. Nigma returns with a fish. I caught a fish. Never got one before. Was always a bit puzzled at how the whole thing worked. It's actually quite simple. You take into account. Is that what this is, Nigma? Is there a phone call? Is there even a buyer? Or are we just waiting on him to solve one of your puzzles? If you did it, if you left some goddamn gumdrop trail for him to follow, I'll break your neck before he breaks mine. I'm not a fool, woman. This was clean. There are no riddles. On April 8th, 1157 BC, at 4:11 p.m., the Maenads quarrel over the remaining scraps of King Pentheus of Thebes. They howl and they feast. Roughly 3,000 years later, on March 4th at 2:34 p.m., Elizabeth Adrian sits at the number 42 bus stop on the 400 block of Haney Street. There she is. She watches the Batmobile drive by. It's heading north. 4 minutes later, at 2:38 p.m., 14 miles north near the Midtown, Vera opens the door to her apartment, which is located in Kane Tower. She crosses through the lobby to the elevator. She takes the elevator to the 37th floor. She walks down the hallway. She uses her key to open up unit 3742. At 2:40 p.m., she opens the door. She finds Batman waiting for her. At that exact minute, Selina Kyle waits in the safe house by the lake. Ring, 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 ring. Yes, we're here. All right. They're on their way. They have the money. In a little over an hour, you'll never need to rob a jewelry store again. Oh boy, here we go. 2 months earlier, on January 18th, Catwoman robs Bridal's Fine Jewelers. Security guard Daryl Taylor is pointing a gun at her. A girl gets tired of this new normal. You find something nice, you take it. By the time you hit the street, there's a light in the sky. Taylor fires off 2 shots. Bang, bang! So you go to someplace safe, maybe so you can look at what you have. Enjoy the sparkle for 10 seconds before a silly man in a cape hauls you away to an insane asylum full of dirty clowns and men made of clay. Do you know how long I've tried to figure out why he needs the cape? I've concluded he wears it just so I have to wonder about it. It's sadistic. We're in a trap, Riddler. He's got us thrown in a pit with the lions. I don't like it. The whip breaks 3 bones in Taylor's neck. I'm ready to claw my way out. 4 days later, at the Arkham Asylum, Riddler first outlines his plan. I've been thinking about your opportunity, and you're right, Joker. Won't do anything with it. That feeble-minded fake's probably already forgotten it. But you and I, it is an opportunity, isn't it? As I see it, we'll need 4 people. There will be more, but only 4 can know the entire picture. We'll need someone on the inside, you. We'll need a huckster, me. That's easy enough. But now we'll also need a money man, maybe Oswald, though I'm sure he's not to be trusted, but he's stupid enough to trust us. And finally, we'll need a coordinator, someone to make sure the trains run on time. That could be, I'll figure it out. But I already have a buyer in mind, someone with very deep pockets. See, it's just a riddle, isn't it? And we just need to solve it. Meow, 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 meow. At 2:44 p.m., Vera sits in her apartment and stirs her drink. So what, you're going to arrest me? Big man in a big suit who goes around punching poor people, is going to take me in and say I broke the law? What proof you got? You bringing in to court explaining how you got it? You know they ask those questions in court. I'm not some tourist, Batman. I'm Gotham through and through. Weird doesn't scare me. Weird is where I make my money. And he just stands there. Oh, you look upset. I suppose now you're going to take me outside and throw me around a bit like you're so fond of doing to Mr. Crocky. I can't wait to tell you, just everyone I know, that Batman broke into the apartment of a nice girl like me and then threw me out a window. Wonder if that'll cause a tad more ruckus in the town than me buying a humble little necklace with the little money my poor incarcerated love left me. And he just stares into space again. Or I suppose we could avoid all that razzmatazz and I could just tell you where the cash is from, which is all you really want. And I suppose then you could leave me with what I earned, with what I did not steal, which is all I really want. Doesn't that sound nice and easier, Batman? It's pronounced Batman, not Batman. On February 1st, 11:59 a.m., Kyle and Nigma wait outside my door. I say this as someone who enjoys the company of the Joker. This is crazy. Shh. Put your finger on the doorbell. Don't ring it. Done. Just like we practiced 50 times. Oh, now, 3, 2, 1. 12 o'clock p.m. They ring the bell. Ding dong. At 4:10 p.m. on March 4th, Riddler and Catwoman, now dressed for the exchange, wait for the money to arrive. What time is it? What's an 8-letter word for paranoid? Irrational. No, that's 10, isn't it? I hate you so much. This was all a mistake. We're being screwed, and you're doing a screwing puzzle. I need another damn drink. Ah, that's perfect, Catwoman. You're so smart. Smart enough to know if I strangle you, Me and the fancy man split the money 2 ways instead of 3, and I get a lot more. Selena, at some point, it's so much. Does splitting it even matter? Relax, we're almost there. 3,000 years earlier, at 5:43 p.m., Queen Agave of Thebes notices a stick on the ground near leaves dappled with blood. She picks up the stick and she walks to the severed head of her son. She lifts the head with the stick. Ugh. She inserts the stick into the bottom of the king's neck. At 5:46 p.m., the queen starts her journey down the mountain and toward the waiting below. 3,000 years later, as Catwoman and Riddler near the end of their own long wait, at 4:17 p.m. on the southeast side of Gotham, Batman fights his way through the Iceberg Lounge. Normally, I'd ask before the pain, but I am aware of the loyalty the bird demands, of the pain he gives out at any hint of betrayal. So I thought I'd give him a sample and then a choice. His pain or mine? A month earlier, on February 12th at 4:59 p.m., as he's done every day for the 5 years, Rich Caboni mixes Penguin's 5 o'clock cocktail. It's intriguing. Who's the buyer? Why do you have to know? Because I want to outbid him. Some things you don't pass on to others. Who says we're taking offers? What? Without me, you two schmoes got nothing to offer. I don't like going over this here. I don't know your man. Who, him? Rich? He's a pal, good man. Why is everything so complicated with you, Eddie? Maybe we do this later. You think you're the only animal in town with a little dough to spare? At 5 p.m., Penguin shoots Capote in the head with his umbrella gun. There. Is that better? Now can we talk money? I want to get started finding the right people. A month later, on March 4th at 4:39 p.m., the day after Penguin was beaten half to death by Riddler, Vera once again enters Mooney's Jewelers. By all reports, she seems happy. Oh, ma'am, how good to see you again. Was there a problem with the necklace? Something I can help you with? No, I love it. It's perfect. I was just thinking I need some earrings to match. Maybe a nice bracelet. I remember seeing one in the window back there. I liked it. Did I tell you that? I used to walk by this place on my way to work. At 4:31 p.m., inside the ICU of Sprang General, Batman stands at the foot of the bed of a patient checked into the previous day with multiple contusions. The patient is registered under the name Ben Gwynn. Beep, 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 beep. It's him. I need his medical records, all of them, now. A day earlier, at 8:35 p.m., a Riddler swings an umbrella into Penguin's head. Oh! His blows are not even. Some are harder than others. It creates a pattern of bruises on the Penguin's body. A big bruise, then a small bruise, then a small bruise, then a big bruise. There's a signal. Come on. Long, short, long. Hurry up. Crack. Morse code written in the Penguin's flesh. Give it a man a fish he eats for a day. Enigma, a message. Give a man a poison fish and he eats for a lifetime. The next day at 5:38 p.m., the doorbell to the safe house rings. And there you go, the buyer. About damn time. Your problem, Kitty, is that you have no faith. You think the world is a random assemblage of atoms colliding with each other. And all of us just bigger specks tumbling in the wake of all that conflict. But in fact, there is a pattern to it all. If you just look, you can see how much body hits each other. Body, the angle, the momentum of it all. It's perfectly predetermined. There are no real mysteries. Everything can be known. If you are humble enough to listen to the gods, they will tell you the truth. And roughly 15 minutes earlier at 5:23 p.m., the Batmobile speeds down the Simonson Parkway. Simonson? The speed limit on the Simonson is 65 miles per hour, though most motorists will not get a ticket from local law enforcement unless they go over 80. And that time, the Batmobile is clocked at 217. At that rate, Batman will reach the Riddler's safe house in 15 minutes, roughly. $3,000 earlier, on April 8th, 1157, at 11:54 p.m., King Pentheus of the Thebes sets out to find the Maenads high in the mountains of Thebes. He has spoken with Dionysus, and he believes glory awaits him in the forest above. He believes the Arnica fury of these rabid women must be put down. He is king, and it is his duty to bring order to the justice world. The journey should take only a few hours. This was Batman Killing Time. And that is it. To be continued. Batman Killing Time. His Pain or Mine, number 2 of 6 from 2022. Hope you enjoyed that little reading. And don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, leave me a comment, and let me know what you want to hear. If it's in my library, I'll try to get it on. And as Papa, Batman, Riddler, Catwoman, and the Penguin always say...
That was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.